Welcome to the Daily Edge. Jake, Mark, we are the Noodleberg Brothers, a brothers edition of the Daily Edge. Today, we will be deciding, corny or not, Deloitte gives their employees $1,000 to spend on Legos. Let's find our edge. It always starts with our affirmation. My success isn't based on grinding for hours on end. It's about managing the flow of energy and attention to make sure I can perform at an optimal level consistently.
Ooh, so we're talking about Legos, right? And we're talking about Deloitte purchasing or
$1,000. Hold on, bro. Hold on, $1,000 for Legos.
I like it. Well, you start. So it's not specifically for Legos, right? It's for the what do they call it? The health fund,
right?
The
wellness fund.
If your company needs a wellness fund, how great is your culture?
Yeah,
I just got right. Like if it's already built in that you need the wellness fund, and it has increased now from 500 to 1,000. Is it per employee per year? Is that how that works?
Why is Deloitte such a hard place to work that we feel like we need?
So I saw one of the Reddit people go, good news, you get $1,000 to spend. Bad news, you have to work at Deloitte. Right. And so, but knowing a lot of people that are my age, I'm 27, that have worked for Deloitte, worked for similar companies, it is not an easy place. I think it is that industry is cutthroat, but also talking to entrepreneurs, being in entrepreneurship is incredibly hard. And so no matter where you are positioned in business, I think everybody's looking for ways to remain neutral. And we talk about it a lot. Yep. And everybody's looking for new ways to do it. And it's interesting. We were at a conference 6 months ago?
Yeah.
We were at 6 months ago, and I forget the guy, but
True Network. Shout out True Network, right? They put on great events for all of the employee benefits companies that are partners there. And one of the speakers was a speaker about, mindset and performance. And he started the entire presentation by saying, hey, build this Lego.
Right. And it was free form. And then it was build what you think and then build what you feel.
There were some prompts on what to build. And everybody kind of had creativity to do.
What was your experience, though, playing with Legos? I don't know about playing, but
First of all, I grew up with Legos, right? To me, my favorite gift at every holiday was the Lego. It was either Lego or a video game. That's all I wanted.
$1,000 would have bought the Lego store.
What? Yeah, granted, $1,000 in Legos now might get you 10 Legos.
That's what I'm saying. You get the pack.
Lego City, you're stuck, bro.
But it is. I would rather, and we're kind of getting off track because I know we're talking about business, but as a parent, I'd rather my kid play with Legos than video games.
Well, so Deloitte's a smart company, right? I mean, they wouldn't be around this long, and they wouldn't be as successful as they are if they didn't already have some kind of...
They're not wasting time.
Well, they chose Lego for a reason, right? Because there's some neuroscience to this that says manipulating physical blocks sparks spatial reasoning, problem solving, and executive function. So, sure, you could just go get them Lincoln Logs and be have at it. But I think Legos give you more freedom of creativity, also gives you a roadmap on how to build something, a sense of accomplishment.
What's the other game? Jenga? Right? Jenga's the one.
Jenga's Jenga's where you build it and you got to pull it out and try to balance it.
I'm just, putting it in the same.
I mean, there was a erector set when I was a kid, which was the mechanics version of Legos. It came with real tools. Yeah, it came with metal pieces, and you were this is way too advanced for me at 8 years old. But so I think there's a couple things we should hit on here. Yeah. Number one, how do you get yourself out of the grind and free your mind to create space to come back to the work?
Oh, it's always interesting because I think when you think about it from a practice, perspective, you're always trying to put your body in the right position so that when it's challenged or pushed, it almost muscle memory of how you act.
Correct.
Right. And so if you're constantly doing things outside of your day to day that doesn't help build your brain or build your vocabulary or whatever that might be, if it's not pushing you as a human being, that is considered wasting time. Right?
Yep.
You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And so I do like that it is something that is challenging your brain. And I think it also mentioned that it helps create this flow state, which I don't know about you, when I was building Legos, there was no flow state because it was like the 2-leg and then you realized you put the wrong one. And I was never an abstract builder. Like I liked following the instructions.
Yeah, no, I need to know exactly how we're doing
right,
this.
but I think there's also two ways that we can attack this is how do you feel as the employee? And then how do you feel as the leader, you know? And how do you feel as, and I'd be curious to ask, like, how much the mid-managers were included in this decision on being, because, like, they're ultimately the ones that are going to talk to their people and be like, hey, you have a new bonus, you know, and it's this. And so I'm curious, your perspective is, as a leadership coach and you work a lot, you're always, you know, carrot and stick, I think is a big one we talk about. How do you feel from the leadership that they made this decision and went with that ultimately? And then how would you feel as the employee receiving that?
So this actually speaks to, I think, another like subject that we can talk about, which is like the gaming world that exists, right? Like, I play games on my phone.
Yeah.
I play math crossword puzzles. I play block puzzle games. Like I game on my phone.
We're 37 episodes in. They know that we compete.
Like, so I think it's a really good thing that they're recognizing that, like, hey, people need some kind of break from the daily grind of what we do, and we want to support that, but we want to support it in something that's going to help you grow and not in just giving you like mindless time. Like some people say, oh, I got to get a break from the grind, so I'm going to go get plastered at the bar and have a great time.
Right.
But that sets you even further back because you don't get good recovery. Right. Your mind doesn't actually reset. Correct. You don't actually get any stress relief. It adds anxiety. Correct. Or they go and okay, I'm gonna go take a break and I'm gonna do this mindless thing. Like I'm gonna slot machines. Right. It's mindless. If you are a slot gambler, it's mindless. You hit the button over and over and over. It's not challenging you to critically think and do anything strategically.
We're big TV watchers. People are like, well, I'd rather not watch that because it's too intense, or I don't want to focus anymore, or I have to pay attention. So
right.
Everyone's looking for
Tune
an escape.
Out.
Everyone's looking for the escape.
Which kudos to Deloitte, because they're like, hey, we're willing to not only invest in your escape, but we're going to try to push you to do it in a way that we feel like is actually going to help you get a real reset and come back fresh to the work. So I think it's a great, great thing that they did. Now, it's always about the execution, though. How they roll this out to their people, how they communicate it, how they hold people accountable to it, and how they incorporate it into the daily conversations and expectations. Like, if they just give them the budget and go, great, go buy Legos and go do Legos, but don't create like a Lego period during work. We're like, hey, this is our Lego break. Everybody go hit your Legos for a while. It's going to fall flat.
Well, I think it's a sign that times are changing as well in the workforce, where I think if you don't know, if you work for Deloitte, you're well compensated. You know, they take care of you monetarily, but in return, you're going to work at 1 million hours and you're going to work 18 hours a day. And it's very similar to coaching, right? Like if you get to the level, you're not working less really, you know, you're still working an incredible amount of hours, but I think it's showing that like money isn't the end all be all for what people want at work anymore, and that you can't keep throwing more salary at a problem. And the more that they realize that, they're looking for other ways to incentivize and protect their people.
Well, we always relate things back to sports, right? Like even though professional athletes, the best of the best, LeBron James, Tom Brady, whoever you want to talk about, they train year round, but they're not training at high intensity levels year round. They have break periods. They have specific time where they get their mind away from the game, away from the exercises. They have time that they go away in order to come back with that same intensity, which I think is counterintuitive for pretty much everybody that's older than me, and even some of the people that are my age, because we were so influenced by them that it was just grind.
High performance and high-strung.
Correct. High-strung, high commitment intensity, time, high intensity, anxiety, all the time.
Right.
Like that was just a part of it. And now there's this real shift in terms of recovery and understanding how to recover and how to do things in order to be able to consistently perform at a high level, which is way different than anything we've ever seen prior.
It's funny because somebody said this to me. It was an older gentleman, and he said, well, how are the athletes getting better? He's like, but they're getting faster and they're actually stronger, but how are they lasting longer now? And I said, because they're taking care of their bodies.
Right.
They're not burning out, right? And once you burn out, you lose people. I don't think you get those people back very quickly. But a great conversation. And I know that we won't be getting Legos through our company, I don't think.
I buy shoes.
I was gonna say
we get sneakers here. We get stuff to wear.
But I don't know. The last thing I'll leave it with is I was in the barbershop and I'll mention him. Our barber, likes to have some hot takes, and he goes, "Do you see what our team is doing in the off season?" I said, "No, what are we doing?" And he said, "Slip and slide. That's going to help them win games." And I go, "Yeah, man, they're grinding, right? It's having fun together,
Mid-camp, man.
So it's okay to kind of have some fun and still get better at the same time." And I like Deloitte pushing the envelope on what that means.
So the edge for you today is to figure out what that break is for yourself, figure out what that activity is that you can put in that break in order to be able to consistently perform at a high level.
And if you want to run a high performance organization, you got to have these procedures in place for people.
You have to do these things.
You have to. It's a non-negotiable anymore.
I love it. Thanks for joining. Remember to like, comment, and share the show. Let us know how you keep yourself at a high level, performing high. We'll see you next time.